What's up? This is Keaton. This one's a little different. I just kind of want to share my thoughts. I don't know. We'll call it like Keaton's thoughts or something. We'll create a new playlist on YouTube. You know what's really nice about these, Rebecca, is that I'm not joking, dude. I don't have to care what anyone thinks. No one's gonna watch this, and if you're watching this, come on, this is funny, right? It makes it a lot easier to make videos. But anyways, I want to talk to you guys about my idea about people being rational and reasonable, and what it's like to start a business, and what it's like to hate your business after you've been doing it for a while, and what it's like to fall in love with your business. It's actually a really, really cool topic. At least I'm passionate about it. So check this out. When I started my business, I was still waiting tables. I was waiting tables at Red Robin. I mean, $10 burgers, guys. I was hoping for a $5 on the tip, dude. And then I was waiting tables at this other restaurant, much higher end, and I was starting this company at the same time. And man, it was pretty cool. It was so exciting, right? I got my first client. I didn't know how anything was gonna work out. I was just I'm gonna build this company. I was one dude who's waiting tables. I'm a college dropout, I'm a loser, and I got a kid at home and we're barely paying the bills. We can't keep up with our car payments, never mind our credit cards or anything else. Dude, I was even on food stamps and stuff. It was bad. Bad with a capital B, dog. And then, but as I'm starting this business, I'm getting so pumped. Every day I'm waking up excited, exhilarated, and so just can't wait to do what I have to do the next day, right? I'll go into work at 4 in the afternoon. So I'd wake up really, really early and I'd be working on the business the whole time, right? I'd go and try and find a new client, or go call the one client I have and ask for a referral, or go above and beyond for the clients that I did have, just because I was so excited and thrilled about it, because I had never done this before. I never started a business. I had never made money from anything other than a check, right? I was a clock in, clock out type of dude. This was so exciting for me, because I didn't know what was gonna happen. I just thought hey man, this might actually work. And then I got a few more clients. I got a few referrals because I was doing a good job. I was I just replaced my income. This is pretty cool. This is really cool. And I'm starting to feel like I'm the man, getting a little confidence. And then I quit Red Robin. I was still working at the other place. It's a high-end restaurant. And they were kind of expecting me to be this is your full-time job. This is all you do. In the meantime, I'm running a business. I even just hired my first employee. It was crazy. I hired an employee. Do you know how crazy that was for me at the time? Keaton Nelson, who up until this point was a loser who waited tables and had nothing to look forward to other than maybe becoming a restaurant manager. I just hired an employee who had a higher level of education than I did. That was pretty freaking amazing. And then the manager at this other at that restaurant was telling me, Keaton, we see your performance is lacking. Well, I was outside on the phone talking to my clients. They're trying to close another deal for my business. So yeah, my table wasn't getting their food and their water at the right time. They actually ended up firing me. Up until this point, I had worked so many jobs, dude. I caddied, I worked at Subway, I worked at Dunkin' Donuts, I worked at all sorts of different restaurants, and I'd never been fired. Actually, I was always the top employee. I got fired from my last job. No, not the last one. That was the last one I did. No, I'll never work another job. That was the last job, and I got fired from it. It was crazy. But what I'm trying to get at is I was waking up in the morning so excited, and all throughout the day my energy didn't die because I was I didn't know what was gonna happen. It was like this feeling of fantasy that was coming to me, right? And then about a year went by. We're doing pretty good, you know. I hired a few more employees, or a couple more here and there, and we got a lot more clients. We were making more money. I was no longer working at that restaurant, and I was now the CEO of a company, and no longer a loser waiter in my head, right? But this weird thing started to happen. I like didn't like waking up anymore and going to my business. It was like the same thing day in and day out. I was like, this kind of sucks. I'm like, I just built myself a job. I'm working 9 to 5 every day. Ugh, this sucks. And in the beginning, you know, I had these huge dreams. I was like, I'm gonna make $1 million a year. I'll make 10 million a year. You know, it's gonna happen down the road, and I'm gonna buy big apartment buildings. And I thought like so big, because like what I was doing was so big at the time. I couldn't believe I was doing it. So I believed in myself in this crazy capacity. But as it became, you know, normal, I kind of lost touch of that. I was like, maybe I am just like you know, a 10,000 a month business, or 15,000 a month business, or a 3 employee business, or maybe I should just go down to 2 and make more profit. I wasn't thinking big anymore. I lost that. I lost that fire. And recently, I got a client who's paying me more than any other clients ever paid me before, like a lot of money. I'm not even say it out loud. And he does mindset, and he signed me up for his program. And the first lesson in this program, talking about mindset, is picking a goal. It talks about 3 types of goals. You have one that's an A-type goal, right? Your A-type goals is something that you know how to do, right? The guy teaching the course, he talks about someone who came up to him after he was speaking, and he says, hey, my goal is to get a new car. He goes, oh, okay, what kind of car is that? A Pontiac. Pontiac's a nice car. I've had a Pontiac before, and it said. And then the other guy says, well, what kind of car are you driving now? And he goes, a Pontiac. Really? How old's the Pontiac? 4 years old. And you bought the Pontiac new? Yep. So what you're telling me is that you have known how to reach your goal for 4 years now. There's nothing inspiring about that, right? That's an A-type goal. And then when people move from A-type goals, they go to B-type goals. This is something you think you can do, right? So when I started this program, my goal was to make $40,000 a month, right? We're already at like 25 to 30. We're floating in that range. That's something I thought I could do, you know? Maybe by the end of the year, I can make $40K a month. We could do that. The problem with those goals is that there's no inspiration in them. I wake up every day and I feel like I'm going through the motions. That's how I felt after about a year and a half in. Now, C-type goals. C-type goals are fantasy, right? This is when you shut off your brain, close your eyes, relax, and dream. It's almost like asking yourself the question, what would I do if I won the lottery? And then believing it, right? So I went through this, and you know what? I was like, I don't know if any of this is gonna work, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna have an open mind, and I'm gonna try it and see what works. And I picked a goal eons beyond my reach right now, right? And I'm more happier than I've ever been. We're doing things we've never done. We're thinking in ways we've never thought about as a company, right? we're inspired and excited to get here every morning. We're staying later because we're just pumped to be chasing that dream. It feels like we're doing the impossible. We're doing something that is unimaginable, that is fantasy. The same thing that was happening when I first started the business and was going after my first client. I hadn't had any success yet, but I was excited. I was driven. I was so pumped. I finally have that again. And so I'm gonna wrap this up, just in a nice tight bow. I think that people need to dream bigger and believe that it's possible. Don't listen to all the negativity, all the people telling you that you can't. Be realistic. Go to school. Get your 9-to-5 job. Try to move up in the company. Or don't listen to yourself. It's in your own head. You're God's highest form of creation. Right? There's a quote. I don't want to butcher this, but God's gift to us is more talent and ability than we could ever wish to use in our lifetime. Our gift to God is to try to develop and use as much of that talent and ability in this lifetime. I'll leave you with that.